Welcome back. I am prepared to be bedazzled because today I'm going to be shedding light on my story appertaining to working my first minimum wage employee job in the restaurant industry at a gross wage of $6.55 per hour at age 16 that had hazardous employee working conditions in the land of Draconian slavery and Draconian oppression. How was the experience, you may ask? I would deem the experience to be egregiously abysmal and no facets. I was recalcitrant about working, the dead end, dispiriting, harrowing, unfulfilling, undesirable, distressful, brutally wretched, and ineffably agonizing, minimum wage, dead end, employee job. However, my parent was eager to have me work a dead end, minimum wage, employee job. Prior to the advent of working this minimum wage employee job, I earned anywhere from $2,100,000 to $2,300,000 video views on YouTube. However, it was not enough to qualify me to get monetized at that juncture. So I was reticent about working this dead-end minimum wage employee job. However, my parent wanted me to do so, even though working this dead-end employee job would provide me with a 0% chance to attain financial stability and financial security if it was my only source of revenue. So it was almost tantamount to working for free. The working conditions were extremely hazardous. I was exposed to secondhand smoke. There were carcinogens, neurotoxins, and endocrine disruptors that permeated throughout the air. The employees would smoke outside, and the customers would also smoke outside. So I was exposed to these noxious carcinogens, these deleterious neurotoxins, and these hazardous endocrine disruptors. So in addition to the aforementioned, I would also haul heavy trays from the dining room to the kitchen, and I would be profusely doing that. The customers would almost never tip the bussers. At this restaurant, the bussers were hired in to fulfill the roles of the servers. They would take the drink orders and subsequently prepare the drinks and bring out the drinks to the customers, even though the tips were doled out from the customers to the servers. So the bussers would be hired in to do the server's job, in addition to being tasked with fulfilling their own roles. And when you're fulfilling the roles of 2 to 3 people simultaneously at a minimum wage pay grade, is all the more of a deterrent to work the minimum wage job. So, as I stated earlier, it was almost commensurate to working for free. I would get up early to work the job, and I had zero interest in doing it. The experience was utterly appalling in all facets. The working conditions should always be safe. There should never be hazardous employee working conditions at a job site. I don't recall the job offering an iota benefits. It did not offer a defined benefit pension, nor any type of pension, nor a modicum of paid time off. So this dead-end minimum wage employee job was strenuous. It was arduous to sustain working it. I was expected to fulfill the roles of 2 to 3 employees, and at the minimum wage pay grade, it's not enough to even be able to afford to temporarily afford to attain an extremely low standard of living if your only remuneration is a gross wage of $6.55 per hour while undergoing employee shifts for a job that has hazardous employee working conditions and that is eminently cumbersome to sustain working for even a brief period of time. So working this dead-end minimum wage employee job is an act of improvidence and imprudence. As I stated earlier, it's almost tantamount to working for free. When you conduct a cost-benefit analysis, the perquisite of receiving a paycheck does not warrant expenditure of energy and does not warrant imperiling yourself to work the dead-end minimum wage employee job that has hazardous employee working conditions. Now, if the pay grade were significantly higher, I would still be averse to working this type of job. You do not want to work a job where you're quite hired in to fulfill multiple roles at the minimum wage pay grade, and that also has hazardous employee working conditions. So it was just a dreadful experience in all facets, and the emolument that I received from working this minimum wage employee job in the restaurant industry was egregiously low. You have a negligible amount of purchasing power when you're earning a minimum wage, and as I stated earlier, to recapitulate, toiling and working a job that has hazardous employee working conditions, and that provides you with a 0% chance to attain financial stability and financial security if it's your only revenue stream. Doesn't warrant working. If you're going to work a job, then at least work a job that provides you with an iota of a chance to attain financial stability and financial security, and that does not cap your earnings potential to your finite, precious, and valuable, indispensable, sacrosanct time. So I hope that you're enthralled as the Brigade Captain did. That's nice and useful and fascinated. I hope that you're entrenched in the underlying epicness. Thanks for watching. Have a blissful day.